everyone, my name is Clay and welcome to Terminally Nerdy, and today we're going to be taking a look at an action RPG open world game developed by the same people who made Gothic and Risen, developer Piranha Bytes, and published by THQ Nordic, Elex. And yes, it's pronounced Elex, not Elex, despite the spelling. Before we get started, I want to thank THQ Nordic for providing me a key for the purposes of this review. I know it's taken a while, but that's because I've actually been enjoying my time and playing the crap out of this game. I think I've hit about 30 hours played so far. So, yeah, that happened. So I hope you guys enjoy this review. Now, this is an action RPG in an open world. It's a post-apocalyptic science fantasy world, so you have both magic and tech coexisting. It's actually a pretty interesting game. Now, for those of you who've never seen one of my reviews before, I break things down into 4 categories, plus a final thoughts at the end. The 4 categories are video, audio, story and lore, and gameplay. And in gameplay, I will actually show gameplay footage of the game and talk about the various systems and things so you kind of know what you're getting into. But enough faffing about, let's go right on, dig in, and get to the visual quality. Alright, so visually, much like pretty much every category in this, it's kind of a mixed bag. On the bad, we're going to need to mention the animations. Attack animations are stiff, facial animations are kind of wonky and weird. I think it has to do with the fact that this game was originally in German and translated to English. So lips, eye motions, all this stuff doesn't really sync up to what's coming out of their mouths. When I say that the animations are stiff and clunky, they're kind of old school. They kind of come from like 2007, 2008, so you don't expect like a lot of expression in people's faces. The attack animations, being clunky, are problematic at times, and I do have to mention that it's hard to tell where hitboxes are for both your weapons, your projectiles, and the enemies, and that is part of the animations. A special example for this would be the spell Black Hole, which you get as a cleric, which my character is. Black Hole is a huge AoE, it drags enemies into it, and it can hit you. And the problem I keep having is I can't tell where the edge of it is. Like, I see the visual on screen, which is a nice visual. It looks like kind of like a big dome, and I see all the enemies dragging, but if I'm too close, and I can never tell how close is too close, I get dragged in with them, which becomes a problem. And there's no animation canceling, so I get dragged in, I get knocked down, I have to stand up. Everything's very, very stiff and not very fluid looking. However, the world, the weapon and armor designs, those are beautiful. I love a post-apocalyptic setting that is like 300-400 years past the apocalypse, where things have started growing. You'll frequently find large-scale buildings, entire towns and things, but plants and things have started to take over again. It's not really Fallout, because Fallout's never that far ahead and it's quite ruined, whereas here, because of magic and things, nature's taking over and all of this. I love the design of the architecture. Every group's armor and all the weapons look beautiful. They're well textured. And I just love exploring the world and seeing what I can see. Also, this game uses lighting to great effect. One thing that it does, which is kind of odd, is it simulates the way it is when you go from dark to light or light to dark, in that you have to wait for the game's lighting to adjust like it's your eyes. So if you're outside and you go into a building, and the building is inside dark, it'll actually bright out and then slowly come back as if your eyes are refocusing to the new lighting. It's quite nice, actually. And I do have to say that at least the spell animations are, for the most part, decent as well. But again, it's really a mixed bag. I like it, but it's not going to be for everybody. Alright, well, that's enough about the visuals. Let's talk about the audio. Alright, audio is again a mixed bag. The background music is nice when I hear it, but nothing really stands out. It's kind of forgettable. It's generic science fantasy, but it's nice. Your main character is Broody McBroodpants. His voice acting is hilariously terrible. He basically talks like this all the time. He's broody. Don't you understand his brood? He has like zero emotion, which actually makes sense in context of the story, which I'll get into, but it's still hilarious. Your NPCs and your companions and all their voices range from "Dear God, why?" to "That's pretty solid." It's all over the place. Enemy noises and attacks are kind of all over the place as well. Again, like when you hit human enemies, they just all kind of go, and that's basically it. And when your guy's hit, Jax is hit, he basically makes a grunty noise. It's kind of just there. Audio design really isn't this game's strong point at all, except for the hilarious bad voice acting, which grew on me as I played, but it's not great at all. Not much to say here. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the story and lore of Elex. So as I said, Elex is a post-apocalyptic setting. It's set on the planet of Magalan. Apparently a large comet impacted the planet, wiped out most life on it, and deposited a strange element called Elex. Elex basically acts almost like a drug for a lot of people, but some people are able to ingest it, and at the cost of their emotions and feelings, they become coldly logical. They basically become superhuman. They call themselves the Albs. In addition to them, you have a couple of other factions which you can join. You have the Clerics, which are techno-priests. They believe in collecting all knowledge for the sake of their god Kalan, and that's by any means necessary up to and including brainwashing. They're the faction with psychic abilities and a lot of technology. They're the faction that I chose to join because they had some cool spells, and I love the look of their armor. That's all it took. Additionally, you have a faction called the Outlaws, which are basically Mad Max-style dudes. They live in a desert environment. They believe in party hard, take what you want. Think pirates, basically lawless. Might makes right with the Outlaws. If you can take it, just take it. They're also drug users. Their unique faction thing is that they can make chems, and they don't suffer penalties when taking chems. Generally in the game, if you take any sort of chem, your XP is halved while the chem is in duration. The Outlaws don't suffer that penalty, which is a big deal because one of the best attack buffs in the game is a chem that does like 200% more damage. It's ridiculous. They're the only ones who can use it without suffering a negative. Their weaponry tends to be very Mad Maxy. You got shotguns, rocket launchers, lots of explosives. They kind of wear Wastelander uniforms. They're kind of entertaining, but again, they're not good people. Final faction is the Berserkers, and they are essentially Skyrim characters. They're magic-using, Norse Viking-inspired dudes who hate technology to the point of exiling anybody who is a part of their faction to a place called the Valley of the Damned, should you even mention that you like it. They, however, have druidic magic, and they are healing the world through the use of these things called world hearts. It's actually really nice. But again, they hate tech. Like, entirely hate it. It's kind of wild. So, you have these three factions, plus the Albs being the enemy, and they're all sort of vying for control over the world that they're in. You know, the Clerics, they want to preserve knowledge, and they want to recruit new members by, again, any means necessary. The Outlaws, they just want to take territory and party hard, freedom for all, and fuck the rest of these idiots. And the Berserkers want to destroy all technology, eradicate it from the face of Magalan, and live in harmony with nature. And the Elves just want to take everybody over. And where does your character fit into this? Well, Jax, and you don't get to make a character, you play a person named Jax, was an Alb commander, and at the very start of the game, and this is not going to spoil anything because it's literally like the first 10 minutes of the game, it's all cutscenes, he gets shot for failing a mission and left for dead. Now, because he's an Alb and he has to take Elex, when he stops taking Elex, it drains from his body. This is why at the start of the game you have no powers, you have no abilities, you are squishy as all hell, because all of his power, which was the drug, Elex, is gone. And then he makes his way out into the world, and from there you're basically free to do what you want. Now clearly Jax wants revenge on the Albs for leaving him for dead and trying to kill him. He is convinced that he was sabotaged for it. You then have all the different factions all vying for your attention, all wanting your help and willing to give you things to do it. And it's a fascinating world with lots of little individual stories. You have a full companion system, and every companion has their own goals and stories, like the outlaw companion Ray, which I'm not going to tell you when you get him. Somebody puts a price on his head, and his companion quest is hunting down the people who are trying to kill him and figuring out who put the price on his head and why. And then there's a companion you get named Duris, and Duris has a whole quest chain involving finding a murderer in the berserker town of Goliath. So, I mean, each companion has their own quests, each companion has their own motivations and the things they like and dislike. The world is just strewn about with lore and tidbits, and I absolutely adore the world building. It feels like a fully realized world, and one of the neat features of it is that there's no load screens, except when you use the fast travel. So you can walk from one end of the world map to the other, through dungeons, and never load. It's beautiful. Alright, so that's enough about the story. Let's go ahead and break it down. Let's get into gameplay, and this will probably be, as always, the longest section, as I'm going to show you examples of things like the animation, the weird attacks and stuff and all that. So let's go ahead and dive into the world of Elex. Hello everyone! Welcome to the gameplay portion of our review, and welcome to the town of Origin. I'm not going to explain what this is because it's part of the story. This smooth motherfucker right here is our good friend Jax, the character you play as in this game. And there's a mutated chicken behind me, and I'm looking at it funny. So, what you're seeing me in right now is the Tier 2 Cleric Armor. I absolutely adore it. Thank you. So this is Elex. This is the world of Elex. As you can see, as I said, it is a beautiful world. I love the look of the world. But it is, again... Oh yeah, we have a jetpack. I forgot to mention that. There's a jetpack in this game. It is super sweet. Ooh, fine dining fork. So I play with a mouse and keyboard. You can play with a controller. I prefer it because I have a larger hotbar. So let's kind of go through real quick and talk about the different actual mechanics in the game. So you have your attributes, you have your abilities, which are your skills, you have weapons, armor, miscellaneous items, quests, and the world map, which is big, which is really, really, really big. Which, by the way, all of this is explorable. I can go anywhere I want. I can go up here, I can go up here, and there's hidden secrets and nooks and crannies in every frickin' place in this world map. It's massive. Different icons here. Now, one thing to take a note, which this game does not explain to you, is it will not put an icon on the map until you have talked to that person. So, like, I know there's a traveling merchant over here, but that's because I've talked to that merchant. If I've never talked to that merchant, the icon would not appear, and I have no idea where he went. Apparently he's over there now. Oh, there he is. These are teleporters, which are fast travel system. You have to locate the teleporters to get them. And then you have trainers. So, let's break down some stuff. First and foremost, if you see over there where it says strength increases melee damage, that's wrong. Increases life, that's wrong. These stats actually do nothing other than allow you to learn skills, because skills have strength requirements, and equip weapons and gear. That's it. That is all that these things do, and the game doesn't tell you that. Also, the game doesn't really explain cold. Cold is basically your emotional state. I'm neutral, so I'm like dead in the middle. I could be more emotional or more logical. Depends on how I respond to things. Skill-wise, this is the meat of the game here. You have combat, survival, crafting, personality, and these are faction skills. Since I'm a cleric, I can't learn berserker skills and I can't learn outlaw skills. It'll never happen. But I'm a cleric, so I have cleric-specific skills down all through here. Learning points is how many skill points you have. You get 1 skill point per level up. You get 10 attribute points per level up. Attribute points are 1 point until you hit 31. And then from 31 to, I believe it's like 70, they're 2 points. And then from like 70 to, I want to say like 90, they're 5 points apiece, and then 10 points apiece. While there is no level cap in this game, and enemies do actually respawn, enemies are not the way to get XP. This is how you get XP in here. Your quests. Because this is how you do it. So, these are your basics. So, like, melee weapons increases. It tells you where you learn them at. Tells you what you need. You need Elex, which is cash, how many skill points, and your stats. So, and there's a lot of different stuff in here. Some of this stuff doesn't really explain exactly what it does. Like, for example, Professional Hacker isn't that good, actually, because you can just exit the hack and come back. You don't need additional attempts. And the hacking doesn't change. Like, the answer doesn't change. This is important because this is how you can hack things. This isn't important. So a lot of this stuff doesn't really explain what good it is. I will say, if you're going to play this game, max this out. This is how you make money. You need animal trophies. You also want Good Eater. It triples the health gain you get from food. It doesn't say that, as you can clearly see, but people have figured out it triples the value of health gain. Another big problem I have is if you look up in the upper left, you'll see a red bar for health, a blue bar for energy or mana, depending on faction, and a green bar for stamina. But you'll never see what those values are. I have no idea how much actual health I have. I have no idea how much energy I have. Those values are nowhere to be found. So this game hides information from you a lot. Alright, let's go. Actually, let me go pick up a companion, because I will get my ass kicked without help. I'm basically playing a caster build in this game, so... Kaja, we'll take you. Let's ask how she is.
How are you?
I'm doing alright, thank you.
See, there's the wonderfully stiff animation, but she looks good.
Follow me.
And there's Broody McBroodpants and all of his brood. Alright, so I don't have a meter or anything to tell me that Kaja's with me. I just know she's with me now. So let's go ahead, let's do a quest. Let's see what I got here. I can kind of show you. I'm not going to rob Orin, because I did things involving that. Can I do that one? What do I have an Ignodon? What do I still have? Ah, yes. So, as I explained, the clerics recruit by any means necessary. This includes mind control and mind manipulation. So it's time for me to go talk to some people. I need to go talk to Connor. I need to go have a discussion with that man. Oh boy. Yeah, see, the animations are kind of iffy. Like, this isn't too bad. Oh, thank you. By the way, everything that's highlighted in blue is something I can take. The reason I can see it is I'm wearing sunglasses. Apparently that lets me see things. Take it, take it. I grab stuff just because. If it ain't nailed down and I ain't gonna get in trouble for it, I will take it. Hello, lady. How you doing? Let's just go. Ooh, more cultivator loaf. Thanks. Yeah, like I said, the game's environments, though, are wonderful. Also, let me see if I can get it to work. Do it. No, it's not going to do it there. There's a quirky little animation that plays, and if I can get it to do it, I'll show you. He'll actually put his hand out to stop himself from hitting walls. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, pardon me, I just, I actually am legitimately been playing this game, so... I enjoy it quite a bit despite the jank. Let's just run. Running, uses up your stamina, so that's the thing that happens. Yoinks. Where the hell am I going? I want to go to that one. So if you look, there is a mini-map, but the mini-map doesn't really show you your surroundings or anything. It just shows you direction. So if you want to know where you're going, you have to look at M. You can disable quest markers if you want to be even more hardcore. Good luck with that. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm also playing on the easiest difficulty setting because this game is ball breaking. In the first couple of hours, until you hit about level 10, you will get your ass handed to you. It's not even a question. I don't care how good your dodging is, or anything. You will get wrecked. Or you'll take 20 minutes to kill the most basic thing. Take your pick. Oh, hey, look! Mobs. So I'm going to show you combat, and I'm probably going to get myself killed. Just for record, by the way, I have played, where is this, 28 total hours of Elex. However, if you look at my save file, it's only 24. So 4 hours of this save file, or 4 hours of my playtime, is me dying. Let's see if it updates. So 25 hours, excuse me. So 3 hours of my gameplay in this game is dying. So, I want you to see this hitbox. See how it keeps changing? Like, I'm aiming at its head, but it wasn't there.
Look out!
No damage numbers, so I don't know how much damage I'm doing. That's the bow. Here's my laser cannon. Kaja does better damage than I do. Oh, Jesus. You can fight in the air! Woo! Jetpack combat. Oh, yeah, but he hurts. Oh, that's fine. Alright, let me show you melee combat. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Oh, dear. There is a special meter. And basically, melee combat is left click or E for heavy hits, double tap to dodge. Think Dark Souls, only not as good. Whoop. What I am, though, is a mage. Get away. And there's what I was talking about. I was certain, and I died. As I said, it's hard for me to tell where Black Hole's area of effect is, so... Now I'll show you how I kill things. Because, I'm a bastard, and I spam a power. Fuck off, you weirdo. And he's dead. There we go. The power of Black Hole. That's why I'm a cleric. And then, of course, I get my loot. Mobs just drop random shit. If you have that natural hunter skill, you get more random shit. And what the fuck is that, troll? That's a troll. What? Oh, piss off, Stoneclaw.
Let's do this.
Oh god, I pissed it off. I pissed off the troll. This was not part of the presentation. Also, there's a bug, which is why my energy meter is not lowering. I have an item equipped that basically gives me energy every couple of seconds, and it's not capped, so basically the longer I'm at max energy, the more energy I get. Which is why I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. As I said, it's very stiff animation-wise. I mean, this is the game. I should not be fighting a troll right now, probably. I don't even know how many hit points he's got left. He is a skull, though, which means he is extremely dangerous to me. But, as you can see, this is what Black Hole is capable of doing. Spam, spam, spam. And Kaja, of course, is not going to do anything because she's an idiot. What on earth is she on right now? I don't even know. Look at this! That's the kind of jank that you deal with in this game. Also, the game doesn't pause when you're in your inventory screen. Do I have any energy restoratives? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. One. Where the fuck is this fucker? Oh, Jesus, he's barely even hurt. Oh, nope. He's got quite a bit of hit points left. This is gonna shoot him, Kaja. Thank you. You can put fire dots on. Go punch him. Go do melee to him. See, look. I can't tell if I'm hitting or not. Really. Whoop. Oh my God! All this work. And watch how much XP I get. 300. That ain't very much. That used up quite a bit of my ammo. Also, you can't loot while your weapon's drawn, so that's a thing. There you go. So there's your taste of Elex combat, complete with me jumping around being an idiot. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. What does he even have down here? A sulfur nugget. Some electronic scrap. $1. And some mana pots, basically. Yeah, nothing. But this is the game. This is what it's like. You know, you run around this huge open world, and just explore. Really, that's really what it's about. Need to go find this dude so I can show you guys how conversations look, like actual full-on dialogue. Also, you do take falling damage, and you can take quite a lot, enough to kill you from heights that you don't think would kill you. Now, if you're playing on PC, as a note, F5 is quick save, F9 is quick load. That falling animation is the best animation ever. Oh, for fuck's sakes! No! I don't like you! I don't want what you're selling! Man, I remember when I was lower level and those things would fuck me over good. That will fuck me over good. All of that over there will probably screw me up pretty nicely, so I'm going to circle around. This is a game of learning when to not engage. That is not engage. I love the environments, though. As you can see here, this right here is where the Outlaws live. This is the desert area of Magalan. And it looks like he's over there? Are you for real? Oh, that's way down there. Oh, I want the one up that way. Oh, I was going the wrong way. That's fine. By the way, the game will tell you roads are safe. It is a lie. Monsters have no problem hanging around on the streets during the day here. It's just not gonna fly. Hup, 2, 3, 4, hup. Oh, out of stamina. Stamina recharges fairly quickly, so I tend to just hold down shift. Like, I'll run out, and then it goes back up. Pro tip, while you're playing, if you're going to be a ranged character, you can fire in the air, dodge in combat like that to get your stam regened. It's really handy, actually. Oh, I missed stuff over here last time I was over. Yoinks, yoinks, yoinks. And yoinksies. And a running and a running and a running away. I'm a running. Do 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 do. Where the fuck is this dude? I love like the actual just environments though. What? Hello. What do you want, Ripper? So fun fact about the mobs. As you can see, it's named a Ripper, right? Well, it depends on what region you're in, but the mobs all look the same. Like,
and yet, while it's
there are
down there, everything up here is green and vibrant.
What, Kaja?
However bad things get,
what?
Life gives us signs of hope.
I'm sure
it's just the effects of Elex.
No, there's Elex down
what
there.
The hell?
Converter proves
this is
that.
new.
The life up here.
I didn't expect
because
this.
of something else. I can feel it.
Oh
There's
dear God,
something
she's
here
talking
that's
about that
changed
shit
this
again.
land.
Oh dear God.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
There was that wonderful facial animation. That was great. Thank you, Kaja. That's. I don't need you feeling things. Kaja's whole story is that Elex talks to her. It's weird and creepy. And oh, wait, I should be able to just shoot those. I have 2 different ranged weapons because ammo is really hard to come by. Look at this. It is really hard to aim these shots. I'm not bad at this, but these are not hit scan. You actually have to hit them. Like, just aiming at the target isn't enough. You have to be on point. And those were only worth 5 XP a pop. And the amount of money I'm gonna get from the stuff on their corpses ain't gonna be worth it, really. I just had to do it because even those weak-ass little motherfuckers could kill me. Even with the tier 2 faction up, what? Is this for real right now? Are you realsies? Yeah, you're realsies. Alright. Strong drink. Glub, glub, glub. Oh, fuck me. There's a... Oh, that's lovely. This is going to be a party over here. So I have a Sith, which I've never seen. And a pack leader with no pack. There we go.
I've seen these buildings before. I wonder what they were.
And there we go. Loot that. Save. I save a lot. Pro tip again. Save frequently. And also, there's no inventory limit, so literally take whatever you get. If it's takeable, well, that kind of sucks for him. Wait. Dude got a pickaxe through him. Look at that. You find little treats like this. Like, that dude didn't die from the comet. He fucking got murdered. Ooh, plasma cells. I need those. Thank you, game. Thank you for this beautiful bounty of plasma. Oh, god damn it. I'll take that. I'll take the tape. I'll take the pick locks. They call them pick locks instead of lock picks. I'll take the recipe. Ooh, antitoxin. And I'll take a mug. That's fine. Oh, there it was. So, like, if you look, you see my hand kind of pops out while I'm near, like, walls and things. It's just a nice little feature. I don't see a lot of games bother with that sort of thing. Ooh, Applejack. I already know how to make Applejacks. That's fine. Where'd that dude go? Oh, he's... No, that's... Oh, he's over here. Alright, let's go brainwash somebody and we'll call it good. I wanted to show you guys how a quest plays out of it. Hi, Connor.
Save you the trouble of looking around. This place has already been picked clean, so don't waste your time here. You'll do better elsewhere.
So, obviously,
And what did you find?
there's Broody
Few bits of
McBrood
scrap,
pants.
Few shards. Nothing worth the time I've spent. I got lucky because someone had stashed their finds over there. So at least I got some reward. Here, take some water. You might as well not go home completely empty-handed. And don't worry, it's clean. Any animal that tries to piss in the well here ends up fried.
Oh, this is going to be good stuff. So, I can ask him
When are you
questions.
moving on?
Ah, that can wait. My boots are rubbing. I could use a little break.
Do you have anything to sell?
Sell? No. I'm no good as a trader. I tried it once, but in the end, just brought me trouble. Guys who couldn't pay. Guys who bargained over every last shard. I don't want to deal with that sort of shit.
So there's nothing you want to trade?
Well, if you can get some raw meat, I'll trade you something.
Sure, I'll get some
Sure.
meat.
I'll get you some meat.
Okay. A half-dozen cuts should be enough.
I'm pretty sure I have
Got
that
the
much.
meat you wanted.
And still fresh.
And I did.
Here. Some
So look at
shards
that.
from my
One
emergency
quest,
stash.
202
Sorry about the
XP.
smell. I keep them in my boots. Still, should keep them safe from thieves.
And now it's time to brainwash the poor bastard.
Clerics need help.
Help? With what? Supplies? You think with their machines they wouldn't need help from anyone. So, come on. What's their problem? It's obvious you're one of them, so speak
Well, I
up.
mean, yeah.
We need help from you. You've been selected by our scouts.
You expect me to offer help to Ignodon? You think I'll help out just like that? I'm going to have to think before I make a decision like that.
What's there to think about?
But then, as my jackal is dead, I suppose there's nothing to keep
Oh,
me.
look at this. I don't have to brainwash him.
All right, I'm in.
Wait here and you'll be collected. They'll take you to the Horde and explain everything to you there.
Good. Then I'll just wait. See you in Ignodon.
Okay, well, that was easy. I didn't have to do any brainwashing. Alright, let's just go ahead and get a nice view. The game runs incredibly well, by the way. Other than some of the weird animation glitches. I mean, look at this. Look at this game. And I'm running, you know, max settings, yada yada yada. So, we'll leave you with this. That is the gameplay of Elex, as I explained. You know, it's a pretty standard open world action RPG. But let's go ahead and get right into the final thoughts, shall we? Alright, so there you go. That's Elex. So how do I feel about it? So it's a flawed game. Straight out the gate. It is flawed. The developers, Piranha Bytes, are actually known for making flawed games. The Gothic series, the Risen series, none of them are super polished. I think the development team's something like 20 to 25 people working out in like Germany. And they do what they love. They're not good at the mechanical aspects of things. As I explained in the gameplay section, your stats, for example, don't do anything. Actually, it was confirmed by the dev that they technically raise things, but it's such a minuscule amount as to be pointless. The entire point of the stats is to equip weapons and armor and skills. You know, tooltips don't really explain anything. You know, it's a mess. It's a mess technically. But if you look past that, it is a wonderfully realized world and experience, and I've been playing it for, as I said, about 30 hours. And I'm still not done. I still want to finish becoming a legate in the clerics faction so I can get the really sweet armor. I want that armor. You know, I've considered going back and playing it again, maybe down the line, and playing as a berserker. Although apparently their magic is shit, and that means I have to use the combat system, and I hate the combat in this game. part of the reason I went clerics is they have a a cheap, high damage AoE in Black Hole. Hoo boy. So, whether or not you get this game is dependent entirely on whether or not you can tolerate jank. Because there's a lot of it. You know, they're clearly trying to evoke a Dark Souls style dodge, stam combat system, but it doesn't work very well. They're clearly trying to mimic certain things, you know, from different games. Like, it felt kind of Mass Effect-y with the companion system, but it's kind of because sometimes you think you're picking the right choice, and you pick the wrong choice, even though you think that's what, like, Ray would like, but then Ray's like, no, fuck you, I like this other thing. Like, But overall, I'm not entirely certain it's worth $50, that's for sure. If it goes on sale for, like, 20 to 30, then yeah, if you're looking for a deep, rewarding open world experience, then yeah, pick it up. At 50, you really have to be looking for this sort of game to really want it. I don't think I would have bought it at 50. I would probably, after 2 hours, if I hadn't known what I was getting into, I would have refunded it, frankly. Because as I explained in gameplay, first couple of hours, you are borderline useless, even on easy, which is what I play on. Even on easy, it ain't easy. So, thank you again for THQ for giving me a copy of the game. I really enjoy it, actually, despite all the negatives. So, as always, folks, if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button. If you don't like what I'm doing, feel free to hit the dislike button. Feel free to leave a comment explaining if you own the game, how you feel about it, what faction did you join. Because if you didn't join the clerics, Kalon needs to have a word with you, son. I need to save your soul. Feel free to check out my new website, www.terminallynerdy.com, for actual more content. And as always, thanks for watching, and remember, stay nerdy!